What was the most selfless thing you did for your friend and her daughter? I met Beth when we were in middle school. We quickly became friends and saw each other every day. We did everything together and made a pact to always help each other. She would help me talk to girls, and I made sure she was safe at bars. She was the kindest person I knew, and she was my person. When we were in college, Beth got pregnant with Jenny with her boyfriend at the time. She was excited at first, but her parents and the father were against her having the baby. Beth stood firm in her decision to keep it. Because of this, Jenny's father left her, saying he wasn't ready to be a father, and never came back. Her parents then threw her out and told her not to come back. It was a very hard time, but I told her I'd never leave her, so we moved in together. We decided to do it together, like everything else we did. The day Jenny was born was probably the best day of my life. I'll never forget the first time I saw that girl's eyes. Even though she wasn't mine, I felt like I was hers. I was her uncle until she started calling me dad, which we took as a joke. But we really never stopped her. Our little family was unconventional, but it was ours. 2 months ago, Beth was killed in a car accident. It was the worst day of my life. Beth and I were involved romantically, but she was my soulmate, my better half, and my everything. She was the best mother and person I've ever known. I still can't completely describe the way I feel. Immediately, I became Jenny's legal guardian. It's been hard to adjust to just being me. I am so lost, but I want to do my best for Jenny. Last night, Beth's parents showed up at my door, wanting to see Jenny. They want to be part of Jenny's life and regret what they did to Beth, which I completely understand. But last night, they told me that they think it's best if they take legal custody of Jenny because they're real family. They hadn't been involved in Jenny's life at all before and only met her for the first time at Beth's funeral. I didn't know what to say and told them to leave, which made them angry. They told me they wanted to keep talking about it or they'd take me to court. I've been so anxious all night, and I can't sleep. I've been Googling to see if it's possible for them to even take her just like that. She's my baby, and I'm the family she's always known. Beth and I never really talked about the legality of my role because I was just her dad, plain and simple, but maybe we should have. I don't know who to turn to or what to do. I never thought I'd do any of this alone. I'm just scared, and I miss Beth so much. On the days that followed, I talked with her school and told them what was happening. I've known the staff there for years. I informed them that only I was allowed to pick her up from school. Thankfully, the grandparents never tried anything like taking her. They have not been allowed to spend time with or around her. And that was at Jenny's request. I respect her wishes. They did send her Christmas and birthday presents, but I hid them. I didn't know if accepting something from them would hurt this situation. I haven't given them to her yet. It's been so long, and I'm not sure I will at this point. I talked with some lawyers around the city. I spent a lot of money on this, but it was worth it. Beth had a will and requested that Jenny be cared for by me upon her death. She never told me this. I still don't exactly understand all of it, but it was a really welcome surprise. My lawyer honored that and helped me. I took out a loan, but the debt is worth every penny. I compiled everything I could. Pictures, permission slips, school mail. Everything. The grandparents tried to fight me the whole way through, calling social services and talking to all of my neighbors, trying to find anything possible to prove I was a bad father. It was brutal and messed up, and I don't think I'll ever recover from the past year. I could deal with the attacks on my character and their scrutinizing everything I've ever done as if Mary and Larry had always cared. However, in April, once Jenny came into the conversation and was asked awful questions about me, I couldn't help but double down. Part of me is embarrassed and ashamed that I begged. At the meeting, after Jenny was taken out of the room, all I could do was cry. I said something like, "Please, I beg of you. Think about Jenny here. Take you and me out of the equation. Take what you did to Beth out of the equation. Jenny does not deserve this. Think about her. Please. If you want to make it up to Beth, as you say, think about what's best for Jenny. I've loved her for her whole life. I've been there. I've held her. She is everything to me. I know you have regret. Be good now. Love Beth now. Respect her wishes. Please." It worked. Larry looked down at his hands in what I can only describe as shame and asked to speak with a lawyer privately. When I came back, Larry admitted that they had made a mistake all those years, and it wasn't until Beth's death that he realized it. He was tired of fighting. Mary didn't seem too happy, but they dropped everything. Since then, we've had no contact. Last month, it became official. I am now legally Jenny's father. I can't begin to describe how happy this makes me. Jenny has been getting better and is slowly getting back to her usual bright self. But I can see moments when she shuts down, like sadness washing over her. That worries me, but we're working with a therapist on this. I still miss Beth, and I will miss her every day of my life. All I can do to honor her is make sure Jenny has a home and is loved beyond measure. I will tell Jenny about her mom and how every time she smiles, I see her.